Hi, this is Mel from Mapping Journal, and today we move on with decorating this cover. We created this junk journal cover. So this is a book cover. I put out all the signatures and then I put on a piece of foam at a flap. So this will go around like this. So now we need something to decorate this cover. Usually I use a big piece of fabric or sometimes smaller pieces, but in this case I just found this leftover foil and I want to use a part of this. So it looks a bit like wood, but it is this foil thing, and I thought, why not use this? I don't know if it's sticking so good. Oh, I can use this. Oh, perfect. I can use this one. And I will use a bit of glue. I think I will just use this glue. Or I just thought I could use Uhu stick as well. I have left a bit of this permanent Scotch permanent glue stick. I think this would be enough because I will sew around the edges anyway, just because I like the look. First of all, we have to cut a piece off. It does not have to be too straight. It's not this impossible. Not this important. So I need a piece of foil. Oh, this is upside down. Yeah, I think this will be enough. Something like this. I'm just eyeballing. Oops. Into the bin with you. Okay. Then let's see. Try to remove the backing. Okay, here it is. I will do this part by part. Let's just double check. Yes, it's wide enough. Just have to check the heights. I think this is okay. And then just going slowly. Oh, I told you I want to use a bit of glue. Okay, anyway. Changed my mind in a flash. No, I forgot that I wanted to use up some glue. But we will see if it holds in place. No, it does not hold in place. Okay, I think this is because this foil is a bit older. Let me just get rid of this part. Okay, anyway, but this is fine. We don't need this much, but I think I will let it be as it is. I will just start over here. I think I will use this glue stick just because I have it at hand. Or I have some other glues. Let me see where they are. Over here. So Giotto stick. It really doesn't matter because we want to sew around anyway, but I'm not so in love with the stick. Maybe I got a charge that is not fine. I don't know, because when I see it other people to use this in videos, there is not so much material coming off when they put it on. I don't know what is wrong with this glue. So this is why I try to use it up, just because I bought it, I have it. It's a strong glue, it's nothing wrong with it. It's just the fact that there is coming off so much material when I'm using this, and I used it on different surfaces. I'm not so in love with it, but I just try to use it up. But anyway, this is just to hold it in place. I don't like to use double-sided tape because when you want to sew around, double-sided tape is not drying. After a few years it can dry and it can get lost. It can move, it can get off, it can come off, say so, but because you want to sew around, it will not come off. But I don't want to wait a few years for it to dry, but I want to sew around the edges in a few moments or tomorrow or something like this. So, okay, and the thing with this foil is that it's thick enough to cover this whole thing up. Okay, I will let this be open. Just put this on again. And using my bone folder, here it is, and try to smoosh out a bit. If it's not smooshing out so much, for me it's totally fine. It does not have to be perfect or anything, because it's supposed to be a junk journal. I like the unperfect look, to say so. But usually I use fabric because I find it's the easiest way to work with fabric. And if we have some of these bubbles, these air bubbles, so for me it's fine. Maybe you don't like the look, but anyway, it's the same steps with covering up with foil than with covering up with fabric, or even covering up with some scrapbooking paper. I don't mind having some of these bubbles, these air bubbles. Try to get rid of them, but if not possible, it is what it is. Okay, so now moving on to the rest, doing the same things for the rest of the cover. Just putting on some glue to reduce the air bubbles, to say so. So, not much left. So we just cover up this book cover in something else. Okay, I think I can put on this glue right onto... Oh, this is not holding so good. Okay, I think this will not work out. I need something to wipe this off. Baby wipe. I know I have one left. Where are you? Ah, I don't know. Okay, so I try to smooth it out a bit. I really need a baby wipe for my finger. I know I have one left. Ah, here it is. So one in this package. Okay. So I try to get a bit rid of the glue. This is a bit tricky to get glue onto here. So just because it is this foam surface. So let's put on the next piece of foil. Okay, I'm not able to get rid of all the air bubbles, but anyway, we will make this work. So last piece, I will use my white PVA glue. This is from Addict. And again, just to hold the foil in place a bit. And if I would use fabric, I would do the same. So it would be the same steps. Okay. And smoothing this out a bit, just using my finger tool. Can use a brush, but I like to use my finger and just wipe off the amount of glue I don't need, and that's it. And again, trying to smooth this out a bit. Okay, here it worked out better. I don't know why, but anyway. Okay, I will leave this be as it is. Then removing this, making sure there is no glue on my craft mat. Here is some glue. So getting rid of this. So it's always good to have some baby wipes in reach. Okay, let's see. I think this is fine. Flipping this over. And I know some people like to cut off the edges. I don't like it because my edges are always sticking out. So in this case I will use just a bit of this Addict, this white PVA glue, and then put on the edge like this, folding it over, and that's it. Baby wipe over here. Maybe using my bone folder to work out the edge a bit better. Now I will cut off a bit. This is really too wide. We don't need it in this width. Just something like 1.5 to 2 centimeters would be enough. And repeating the steps, doing the same things. bit of glue right into the edge, folding the edge over. Because this is really thin and flexible, you have to look that you don't bend over your edge too much, because then you would have something like this bound in edge, and we don't want to have this. We try to have a bit more of a clear edging. So for example here you can move it really far away into, but we don't want to do this. This is something you have to keep in mind when creating something that is soft cover. Okay, that's it. So really easy. And the last edge. Okay. A bit much glue over there, but this is fine. So now you just use one side. It really doesn't matter which side you start, and if you do in this direction, or first the shorter sides, then the longer sides, or anything else, it really doesn't matter. And again, putting on some glue. I think I need a bit of glue over here on these edges. And then just fold them over. If they don't stay in place, like this one, because this foil is a bit too thick, you can just use some books and put them onto, so some weight. Or maybe it will stay in place. Or you can use some clips. I have some sewing clips here, but they will leave some marks. This would be... okay, I will do it with this way, even if they will leave a few marks, because I will sew around anyway. So it's fine for me to have some marks. So, okay. Then repeating the steps for the other sides. You already can see this edge is not so sharp. This is because of the foil. It's not so much, I cannot fold it over so good. It's a bit easier sometimes with fabric. It depends on the thickness of the fabric. And because I did not cut off some material over here, so if it's important for you, getting rid of some glue, if it's important for you to have a really clear edge, you may want to cut off a piece of material, covering material, or you just want to use other materials that are a bit more flexible. But for me it's really fine. I like this look anyway. Okay, let's do the last side. And I like to start in the middle. For me it's easier to work my way from the middle to the outside. So, a bit much glue over here. Okay, that's it for the moment. I will let this dry a bit. our cover looks like this. I cannot flip this over because of the sewing clips over here. And we have a few air bubbles. This is because of the foil, but when you use fabric or paper, so scrapbooking paper, you will not have these foils. But this is how our cover looks right now. Now we need something for the inside. I will let this dry for a moment and search for something for covering up the inside. I found something I want to use. This is something like, I think it's supposed to be fabric. It's really, really thick and I really, really like it. Really love it. So I will cut this to size, then I will be right back. Okay, done. So this fabric does not have a really direction. It's non-directional, so it doesn't matter in which direction we put it on. So now I will remove the clips. I think this will hold in place enough. So maybe just starting over here. Oh no, I want the whole thing. So, but even if the this foil would get off a bit, we will sew around later, so it's no big deal. And this is so thick, this will cover up this really good. This part, it will cover up this. We will not be able to see this, and this will all stay in place. Yes, I really, really like this. Okay, so let's start. I'm using my Pattex glue again. This is a glue that holds fabric in place as well as paper. Plastic and foil is a bit a problem, but because of the sewing it will stay in place really, really well. So just putting on a good amount of glue. You can smooth it out, but it's not necessary because this fabric is so thick. And then you just glue on your fabric. A bit much glue over here. I have some fresh baby wipes. Oops. Okay. So, yes, I think this is good. Maybe we have to put on a bit more on the edges, but we can do this later. Then I use my bone folder just to put the fabric really smooth. If you have some glue seepage, you can just wipe it off. Maybe I did not catch the spine so well. It could have been a tiny bit longer, but anyway, let's see. Okay, this looks good. It's not dried yet. Here it comes off a bit. And it is a bit fraying, but I like a frayed look. So this is fine for me. Oopsala. This glue needs a few minutes to dry or to grab. To dry it needs a bit more, but to grab it needs something like, I think 5 minutes would be okay. Just to grab. Okay. Oops. We can do the last parts later. So the details. Okay, maybe I did not grab the spine so well as I do usually. Okay, but anyway, this can happen. Okay. I think I will put on some more. I don't like it so much. Maybe I can remove it. Oh, it's already grabbing. Okay, don't remove this. We will not remove this. But I think it's not so bad. So I'm throwing around some clips and trying to put them on. Just right around. if the spine is not the way I want it to, I can, for example, saw around here to make this fabric stay in place, and it would add to the look. Maybe I will do this. And as I told you in the other videos, I showed you before, I want to show you 4 types of binding in or putting in signatures. So maybe this will be the journal where I bind in signatures with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So my usual way, because then the signatures will be bound in here and this will not be a big deal if the fabric is a bit standing up. Or maybe I will just sew around here. Why not? We will decide later. So if this happens, something happens and you think, it's not the way I wanted it to, you can fix it. You can fix it, you can cover it. So this is the cool thing about junk journals. So I don't mind if something went a bit wrong or it feels a bit wrong, it does not work out the way I wanted it to. It's really no big thing. So I like to put on a few more of these clips just because to have it safe, staying safe in place. Then we will let this dry for something like 20 minutes or so, and then I will sew around. So this is what we got so far. This looks good. Okay. So I will do the sewing off camera because I don't know how to set my camera settings so that you can see what I do, but I will show you later the result, and then I will tell you and show you the result in the details, so the results of this cover. And the next video will be showing you how to create some cover like this, so with a hardcover flap. I already began over here. I attached a second spine and a hardcover flap, and we will do the same thing. So we will put on some fabric or something like this. Oh no, no fabric. Oh, I want to do something else with this one, but you will see in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is my cleaning up thing. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more junk journal videos. Bye. So now I have sewn around all the edges, and I used some dark green thread. So this was the thread that was on the top, and this was the thread that was on the bottom of the machine. This is some light pink, but anyway, you can use whatever you want. I used the zigzag stitch just to stitch around the cover, and then I turned the cover, so I stitched from this side so that I could see where I wanted to stitch. Then I turned it around and stitched a straight stitch just on the spine, as I told you before, because I like the look and because I don't know why, but this cover, this fabric, I think it's not loose, but it's lifting up a bit, but it's no big deal. It will hold in place because it's sewn here, it's glued on, it's sewn here, it's sewn here. It will not go anywhere, but I think it is because this is a rounded spine. Usually I do not rounded spines, or I did not look enough after that while creating, but this can happen, no big deal. So this is our finished cover. You can, so finished, yes, it is finished. You can decorate it more, you can put on a closure or anything you like. You have this really flexible flap over here and this hardcover book over here, and it closes like this. Or when you have in your signatures, it will close something like this. Yes, and I really, really like it. Maybe I will put on an eyelet on here. We will see. To let hang some charms from here, maybe not. Maybe I will put on a closure. I have not decided yet. I can do something with the cover. I have not decided yet. We will see later. But for now, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next videos of this series. Bye!